Hello, boys, girls, and MBs. If you have found yourself in this video, we're going to be talking about the Hasanabi, Hassan Piker, and Kaya drama that you may have seen on the internet. And there's not just this coverage, because I think a lot of people know what's going on. But if you don't, we'll get into that. But there's coverage from all sorts of angles. You got Penguinz0, a.k.a. Charlie, Moist Critical. I know it's Penguinz0. He'll be talking about it. We have Philly D talking about it. Got Asmin over here talking about it. So we're going to kind of like go parch through the different coverage on this material to see how everyone covers this differently. And then also, if you haven't seen, there's a lot of freaking activities going on for the worse regarding ICE in Chicago. And it's only getting worse. And we're going to talk about it. I have a little form here with me that talks about how to report ICE. And so we'll get into that as well. I'm going to adjust my camera because it's always crooked when I stream. And then we're going to parch through like the TikTok and internet clips of what's happening out here, because let me tell you, it's not great. Also, I have a little announcement I get to in a second, and stay tuned for that. So I have that. There's also gonna be we're gonna go through some TikTok clips of it. We're gonna get into all that. It's a whole goddamn mess out here. The announcement, secret announcement. All right, you ready? A couple chatters in this community asked for it, but boom, gaming. May or may not game tonight. May or may not. I'm feeling a little bit tired. But it's okay. Maybe we'll talk about this bullshit, and then if we have time at the end, we can start up the good old Xbox and hit some games for chatters that enjoy gaming. So I know it was requested in the Discord, which is why I'm putting it out there. All right, I'll be drinking La Croix, my favorite sparkling water. Well, at least that I know of right now. But let's get into it, shall we? Shall we get into this? I don't even know where the fuck we start. This is a whole... I don't know about Charlie's imagination. Maybe we start. Do we start on this? Should I talk? Maybe just go right off rip and go into the Moist Critical video off rip? Is that a good place to start? Charlie's imagination? Let's see what goes on in Charlie's imagination. Justin's here. You get to make the call since you're the first chatter in tonight. I haven't streamed in a long time. Fucking miss it. And guess what, Justin? I thought about you today, weirdly enough. I was at Home Depot, and I was thinking about how ICE has been like targeting Home Depots while I was in there. And I thought, man, I got to talk about this on stream. And then I thought, who's going to appreciate it if I do? And then I was like, no, people appreciate it. And then I remembered your comment where you were like, you mentioned that you enjoy talking politics on here. So I was like, okay, at least Justin's going to definitely appreciate it if nobody does. So, yeah, that was a thought that crossed my mind earlier today. So you already watched the video, so you can tell I wasn't impressed. God damn it, you're fucking quick. Oh, he says, holy shit, you're quick. I wasn't impressed. Oh, God, is this a bad Charlie take? Ay. What did Charlie say? God damn it. Is the Philly D coverage at least better? I hope the Philly D... We'll see what Philly D has to say. You're scaring me. All right, let's... Should I go Philly D first or this?
Go Penguinz0. No, I haven't showered yet. So what? Who cares? Have you showered yet? If you did and didn't use Cheeky soap, then it doesn't count. Cheeky's the best soap in the universe. I know, I'm looking disheveled, but what are you?
Wow, sponsor time right off rip. Wow, okay.
When it comes to internet creator drama, I haven't been keeping up like I used to, but occasionally I do still dip my toes in sporadically to see what's going on. And yesterday during streams...
In Charlie's defense, not that he's about to have a great take here or anything like that, but he finally called Netanyahu a genocidal freak recently, so that was at least something. He got in the black tea and said it. So I just put it on after getting back from teaching guitar and almost rage quitting, begging a student count to 4. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit. I hope your guitar lesson went well.
Chat was telling me about 2 really big things that were happening. The first being a live streamed birth on Twitch. The second being Hassan apparently using a shock collar on his dog on Twitch. Both of these sounded fucking nuts to me, so
I'm gonna say something off rip, okay? Off of number 1, two things. Number 1, I don't advocate for shock collars personally. I know people that use them, and I know there's trainers out there that do recommend them. Do I think they're the greatest for dogs? No. Do I think they could be less powerful? Yes. But are there also less powerful shock collars out there? Yes. There's shock collars that have a literal vibration. Like, I'm speaking from someone who's grown up with dogs their entire life. Like, I've seen almost every variation of a shock collar. Some have the little prongs in it that like dig into the dog a little bit. I think those are freaking insane. But some dogs have to have those to train on the fence. If there's like an electric fence, it like gives them there's levels of shock you can choose. You can put on the easy one, and you never want to do it so that like if you put it on, it hurts you. Like if it hurts you, like that's fucked up. Like you want it just have like a little zzz, you know, like if that's in the event you're going to use some sort of like vibration and or like feeling, right? And I think there's a lot of crazy collars out there. There's like collars that have the little like spikes that dig into the dog, which funny enough, I saw Ethan Klein's dog wearing that very same thing with the spikes while he's making a whole video giving Hassan shit. I'm not going to even get into Ethan's video because Ethan is literally just fucking hallucinating. And of course he had to use the moment to, you know, be like, oh, Hassan bad. Hassan's, you know, hurting his dog. Of course he had to cut up the video. And I'm pretty sure Ethan's the one that famously, if I'm not mistaken, people were talking about how he like gave something to his dog, that his last dog, that like affected his health so bad it like basically killed him. I at least remember that moment being very glaringly obvious. But anyway, Ethan's irrelevant. Fuck what Ethan has to say. Because we all know he's going insane. I think the hysteria about having a shock collar is pretty insane, even though I've never used one. I think Americans have a pretty uniquely insane attitude about animals. They care more about pets than people. Yeah. They do. It's the reality. And I think the second thing I was going to say, not that this holds much weight, but as I did a quick scrub through the Asmongold clip to see what Asmongold's crazy take was going to be, at one point he searched on ChatGPT, mind you. So I also am like 80% trusting, maybe 75% trusting in ChatGPT. I don't have 100% trust in it. But when he did go on ChatGPT and search, it said that like shock collars are banned in all these countries, and it was like only United States that they weren't banned. So he was like trying to pull the argument like, look, they're banned, and like he didn't even fucking win that one because they aren't. It's just, I don't know why the internet like. Okay, I know why they got mad at Hassan in this, because Kaya yelped at a certain point when he yelled, and we'll get into that. We'll get into why Kaya yelped. It's not what the internet's saying it is. People are just dying and waiting. I cannot imagine, like, can you imagine catching up with your fucking friends in real life? And they're like, hey, what'd you do today? And you're just like, yeah, I kind of waited around all day until I found like a Hassan clip of him that I want to believe is hurting his dog. And I like, I pumped that around the internet. And your friends are going to look at you and be like, that's what you did today? You know what I mean? Where it's like, what are you doing? What the fuck? It's just, I don't know what it is. We need something better to do. We need to give people a sense of purpose again.
Obviously, I looked into them, And I know the Hassan dog stuff is what's blown up the most, but I actually want to start by blabbering about the live birth, because out of the two of these, this is the one I have the least to say with. The Hassan
he has the least of him. He's got the most smoke for Hassan. All right. We'll move past this pregnancy. That's fucking insane.
Viewer of this streamer, why shouldn't I be allowed in the delivery room when she gives? What he's even upset about in the child being born into this world immediately today, and probably one of just the biggest topics in general, which is Hassan and his dog.
Here we go.
But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence. Okay? It's the same.
Pay close attention to this. Pay very close attention to this.
Reason as to why America. Kaya, please just.
Okay. Kaya has I think they're called dew claws. The little claw on a dog's paw. They have like another claw that comes up. My hand looks really red and fucked up. But there's like a little claw thing right here. And if you watch carefully, just watch that area of her leg right here in the bottom left of the screen. Watch that.
Fucking go.
Okay, right there. Her foot is caught. I do not know how people, like, she has like a mesh style bed. If you guys remember, she broke the other bed, so we had to get her like something that was least likely to snap, something that's like flexible, right? So her literal dew claw, I was just being sassy because I was raising her voice. Being sassy because I was raising his voice at her when he's irritated the internet. Yeah, well, that's what people, because it was like a yelp, like a cry. And it was because she got her leg stuck. Like,
Kaya, please just
watch.
Fucking go.
Right there. Right there. She got stuck between the little fucking thing right there.
Just stop.
And apparently, I saw this thing. People are like taking this. I don't know what they're doing. They're using like an old clip. And they're like, oh yeah, there's a light on this, like right here. They're like using this moment to be like, oh yeah, there's a light. Like Hassan hit his button.
Fucking go. Just stop.
It was just like a bad time for him to like reach, because people are also going like, oh man, look, Hassan was reaching, so he hit the button. Look right here, he was reaching for a Zin.
Fucking go. Just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby. It's just you're making her
now, he did actually apologize today on stream because he did feel bad for not going over to her to see if she's okay. He just kind of like was like, yeah, she's being a baby, and then moved on. Which, in hindsight, I was watching at this moment. I found that a little weird myself. I was kind of like, I was kind of like, he probably should have gone over there and checked out, see what's going on. Because, I don't know, I've had dogs all my life. That's what I would do, too. And I saw chat echoing that a little bit myself in the chat. He said he needed that nicotine fix for his rage. I know.
She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom.
Now, for the life of me, like, I cannot understand what he's even upset about in the first place that he starts, like, scolding the dog for. She moved, like, an inch, like, slightly off of that. It's like in a video game, like in Metal Gear Solid, when someone gets, like, a fucking question mark over their head.
I don't think this is the right interpretation, though, that Charlie's making here. Hassan was just caught up in rage in the moment, and Kaya normally sits in her spot. And I think he just was like, he was kind of like, what the fuck? Where is she going? Wi-Fi, what up? How are you? Good. Blender's in here. What up, Blender? It's been a while. I hope you're well. I'll be lurking as I bike home. Oh my god, you're biking and listening to stream? Fucking champ. Let's go. How's everyone doing? It's been a freaking minute. I miss all of you. Work's been busy. I've been freaking lifing, dude. Work and life, and it's been nice out in Chicago. It's been like 80 degrees out in October. I was on a jet ski the other day in the middle of October. I went to Detroit one time. I came back from Detroit when it was in Chicago for like 10 hours. Then I drove from Chicago to another part of Michigan, like 4.5 hours north. So I was like way the hell north in Michigan. Then I drove back to Chicago to come back to drive to Indiana. I was just like bang, bada bang, 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 bada bang, bang, bang. Like I think I clocked in like 12, 14 hours of driving altogether behind the wheel. So I just been catching up with friends, family, life, doing the damn thing. Yeah, so I just haven't had time to stream. And then I turn into a fucking normie again, And I forget about the internet. Sup, guy? What kind of Muslim is Hassan? When Muslims aren't allowed to have dogs inside? I don't know what that. I don't know what to say to that. I don't know if that holds any. Is that a cultural thing that I'm unaware of or something, or is that not a thing? I feel like I don't have the mental capacity to speak on that. I don't really know. I don't know too much about that, about pets and dogs. I'm assuming maybe it's not a thing, or is it a thing? It is a thing? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, Hassan is, he's a pet guy. A practicing Muslim. Okay, that's what it is then. Yes, yeah, I'm glad Justin knows. Yeah, so he's not a practicing Muslim. So as a result, he was like American born too. So I don't know. I want to say too many more things than that because I'm not smart in that department. Nah, he loves dogs. I'm just saying. Yeah, I think it's what Justin said though. Wi-Fi. I think it's like it's like if you practice the what's the word I'm looking for? If you practice it, then maybe that's a thing. And if you don't, then you're. I don't fucking know. I know you're not hating. I'm just not smart enough to talk on that.
Like, zip into you immediately. Like, she doesn't do anything, really, other than move slightly. And he is noticeably upset. He is upset about that specifically.
I feel like Charlie's getting clip duped. It's like saying, why do Christians wear mixed fabrics, even though the Bible expressly... There we go. That I was looking for, like, that's what I was trying to get at, like a... apt comparison. I just couldn't get it. There's the good one. Charlie, I feel like is getting clip chimped here, no?
Even before this incident, earlier in the stream, he had already, gotten annoyed at her for moving around prior to this.
The absolute worst country on the planet, straight up, bar none, a capitalist shithole. Kaya, now is not the opportunity for you to... Down. The absolute worst fucking place on the planet. Just a horrific.
So I think it's pretty clear that the dog moving off of that spot is what's making Hassan annoyed at her. Now, I saw he mentioned place training. Place is an actual dog training thing. And the whole idea behind it is designating...
This is a sucker take. Yeah.
...a spot in a comfortable location for your pet. For a lot of people, I know it's like their office if they work from home. And Hassan was talking about how that area is her place. And for dog training, place is supposed to be like their happy spot where they are super safe and they feel super secure. And the way training goes with this, at least from everything I know about dog training, now keep in mind, when we first got Tetra, we did do dog training because my grandmother used to live with my parents, and Tetra gets very excited to see people. It's the cutest thing in the world, but she loves to jump on people. And my grandma, living at my parents, when we'd go to visit, or if they came to visit, if Tetra would jump on her, it could cause injury. So we did do dog training in order to learn how to, help with that. We didn't do any, fear training or anything like that with shock collars or whatever, but place was something that we did learn about. And when it comes to place, you do not want to, make it something stressful for the animal, at least in our teachings. It's supposed to be a comforting spot for them, not like a stressful thing where they just go there and fucking blue screen in the brain and just sit there idly comatose. And if they don't, they get punished. So he's calling this her place, but when she's moving from the place, he's scolding her. That's not what we were taught you're supposed to do when it comes to place training. That kind of defeats the purpose of it. I don't know why he would be getting so upset at that, angry at the dog for moving from place. That really does kind of defeat the whole purpose of it. And then in that...
It's... Okay. I don't know why... Oh my god, dude. I feel so weird addressing this because I almost feel parasocial due to the amount of times I've watched Hassan's streams. But he has explained this over and over and over and over and over again. And yet, Moist Critical is pulling the... I didn't listen to any context, so... I don't get this on a lot of things, but this is a far reach. Yeah, this is a reach. This is like... Oh my god, dude. This is the worst drama ever. So, Hassan will, before stream... take the dog on like an excessive, like a really long walk and play in the park with other dogs. You bring the dog home. The dog will play in his backyard for a little bit. Go out. Like the dog has plenty of exercise before stream. And so, because of that, during him streaming, he usually has the dog rest to kind of re-get her energy again. And every now and then you'll see the dog walk around a little bit. And just it's a very regimented dog, okay? He's putting the dog in like his routine. It's his dog. So the dog has like a regimented day, right? And the Kaya can walk next to him without a leash, etc. Things like that. Hard to get a dog to listen to you a lot of times if you don't put a little bass in your voice. And that's another thing, too. And they talk about this with dog training, too. Like, yeah, you don't want to, like, say their name in an aggressive way because they want, they want to hear their name like, hey, attention's me. And they don't want to associate you yelling with their name, So that's also a thing. But my God, dude. And I don't know how else to explain this. Like, that's the best way I can put it.
Clip, it seems like he reaches for something. Like, he looks off screen and he extends his arm to something, and then shortly thereafter, the dog yelps in pain, and Hassan turns around and calls her a baby, and then tries to reassure the chat that she is spoiled, and then goes on to say that she's spoiled because his mother lets her, have free roam around the house.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing, too. So, he doesn't want the dog to be roaming around the house too much during the day, because then she'll get agitated. Like, he's done this in the past when he first got her, and it was like the dog would go around and agitate people in the house. And then, if you think about it, like, as someone that's owned a dog and has had dogs, if you're chilling by yourself with a dog and you let the dog roam around too much, which I know some people do, but if you let the dog's going to inevitably start getting more antsy and stuff, and I'm sure part of it is probably, again, part of his schedule so that the dog can stay on time with, like, the times that's, Kaya's got to go out, etc. Because otherwise, Kaya's got to go out more often, and then he's got to get up and get out of the stream. I don't know. I'm sure it plays a role. Him streaming plays a role in how Kaya's, like, regimented,
Now, he and the community are claiming that he didn't use a shock collar or anything, didn't, like, zap her, fucking Palpatine lightning blast her or anything like that. She got her dew claw stuck on that spot, and that's what made her yelp in pain. I guess, quick dog lore breakdown if you're not familiar with how those creatures function or anything.
Those creatures.
The dew claw is separate from, like, the paw pad.
Oh my god, not Charlie explaining what a fucking dog is. So, in case you didn't know what a dog is, so, like, these dogs, they have eyeballs, they have ears, and they have a mouth, and you feed the dog food, and, yeah, pretty much that's it. Like, they have a couple claws, and, Charlie, my god, my dude. What is happening in the Charlie verse of things?
Area claws. The dew claw is a little higher up on the leg. And it's an old trait from back way in yesteryear when dogs needed that extra claw. It is just now an evolutionary leftover. It's still present, but it's not something that obviously gets utilized by dogs to the same degree it used to. It is
In fact, some people get that shit removed off their dog. I literally have heard of people that do this. To me, now that is something that seems fucking insane to me, at least.
A sensitive area. That is true. If you've ever cut your dog's nails, or if you've ever taken your dog to a dog salon or something and they gave your dog a nail trim, you probably noticed that when it comes to the dew claw, they're...
In dogs, as we are part of the pack, in a pack, there's an alpha position. If the dogs don't look at you as the alpha, dogs try to gain it, asserting dominance, and then yeah, exactly. Exactly, yes. That is precisely why if I lay on the ground with my dog, she will immediately resort to going right on top of me and put her all four legs right over top of me as if she's the boss. Until I'm higher and above my dog, she recognizes, oh, this is the boss.
Very, defensive on it, cautious, because it is such a tender spot. I have watched this clip fucking 10 or 15 times now. And today I had some friends come in from out of town, so obviously I've been out most of the day at the farm, and this was actually a conversational topic. It's become so big that it was brought up by them. And every single person...
Charlie and his normie friends are talking about Hassan and his dog. After I just got done going on my spiel about imagine being out in public, and this is what you're talking about.
Pretty much everyone I've seen online outside of Hassan and Hassan's community is all saying the same thing. That yes, it looks like the dog does touch its leg to that spot on the bed, but it doesn't look like it gets caught or anything. So it feels very unlikely that is what caused the dog to scream in pain. I don't think that's what made Kaya...
So guys, here's my conspiracy, because I don't believe that's what happened, so... Yep, I'm gonna tell you my conspiracy.
Yelp. It doesn't seem to get caught or snagged on anything, and dew claws aren't so sensitive and so tender that even touching them would cause a panicked scream or anything. Unless she has an injury there, but I don't think Hassan has mentioned that, at least not that I've seen. So it feels to me very unlikely that that's what caused it, based on everything that we can see. Now, initially, even Hassan's community was starting to question, did he just shock Kaya? Did he just use a shock collar on stream? And the clip instantly started going viral, and he kind of downplayed it and shrugged it off as a bunch of bad actors attacking me for some fucking phony baloney, barnacles here, unbelievable, this is all a load of fish paste. And instead of doing what I think most people, not even just streamers, just normal people would do, of showing, no, look, it's not a shock collar, obviously it didn't shock.
Okay, you know what I think is a big problem with this? Number one, there's a lot of people that have never owned a dog talking on this matter. Number two, another big issue is that people, the way we view clips now, we're in this weird call. I keep talking about this with my friends in real life lately that are trying to make content. It's a lot of people that are even trying to make content get nervous to make content because they're oh my God, what is somebody going to say about me? Right? And that's a very valid fear, strictly off the premises that the way clips are now, it's it's a good and bad thing. Because I tell people this all the time, where it's okay, people can comment stuff so fucking quick. They can, boom, leave a comment, and they don't even have to think about the clip. They just saw the clip, immediate feeling. The example I give with this is I did it today. Some content that I watched, this dude posted a clip, and I immediately was what the fuck? And then I typed that, and then all of a sudden so I literally went like this, and I was nah, let me think on that again. And I watched it again, and I was oh, and I deleted my what the fuck, and I rewrote oh, so this is why blah, 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 blah. Where it's you kind of comment off your own feelings, your immediate feelings or immediate thing, and then you move on. And I don't think enough people have the kind of time that we have to watch a clip like this and watch something or maybe dig into it a little more. It's just oh, here's the clip, here's what I'm presented with, this is how I feel, boom, all right, and yep, next thing, move on. And it's most of these people just are bad faith actors I think some might be well-intentioned, but just write the wrong thing and then are like, nah, I already wrote that. Who cares? Move on. But the other thing I always tell people is like, look, we move on from clips so quickly that like by the time something else happens tomorrow, people are gonna move on and forget about it. Like, this particular clip, for some reason I feel like has some kind of weird staying power. But that's not how all clips are. I just feel like people are going to be like, oh, remember the time you shocked your fucking dog? And it's, people pick and choose what clips they want to hold on to. We all do it. We all fucking do it, you know? It's not like I haven't done that before. I have my Ethan Klein clips. I've got my fucking Asmongold clips. Got my Fresh and Fit clips, you know. It's just, I don't know. That's how the internet works. It's kind of why I didn't make content or like videos on this channel for a while, because I kept thinking like, I hope I'm not like doing that to other people in a bad faith way, right? It's a weird space.
My dog, he instead just brushes it off saying, nope, it's not a shock collar, you're stupid for thinking that it is. And that's the attitude that his community had as well, like, oh, you must have psychosis if you think it's a shock collar. Which I think is a little odd, because it's the easiest thing in the world to prove, right? You have all these people saying this shit, it's not true. Well, it takes, like, actually 3 seconds just to unclip that collar and just show, like, hey, guys, I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea here. This is not...
Okay. Can you start reaction to Andrew Wilson? Should I do an Andrew? I don't even know who the fuck that is. But off of what he just said... Okay. So, what was he just saying about showing the collar, right?
This is the one that people are talking about. Okay, this is the one. This is the one that they saw. It has the capacity to vibrate. And that's it. Are you happy? That's it. Good. There's the air tag. There's the fucking vibrator. It also has a flashlight component.
Okay. People also showed, people that own this collar also have been like literally showing that this collar is, look at this right here. Look. Vibration collars can easily be converted into shock collars. True. The exact model vibration collar Hassan has, the PG300 pager only collar from Educator Collars, has no prongs and no shock functionality. Look at that. There it is. Bingo. Educator collar. Like, this shit was debunked so quickly. It does not. It's vibration and tone only. It's crazy people can have this much energy and mostly be silent about ice terrorizing community. I know. I guess I don't talk about it enough. But I kind of like will bring it up in the shadows of other context of things I talk about. And people are always like, nah, you don't get it. You don't get it. Like, these are two very different things. And I think part of the reason why they make that argument is because I don't present it in the right light. And I think you're presenting it. You disagree on ice terrorizing. Well, hang out for the stream and maybe you'll change your mind on that in a second. Just continue watching stream and you'll see. You will see. But here's the thing. I just like Justin said, I think people are like selective where they put their energy. It's like if they use this kind of energy towards fighting against ICE or fighting against abhorrent policy that, you know, goes on in our day-to-day lives in this country, I think we could have I think we could experience change maybe quicker. We could experience change on levels we haven't seen it before, or just, I don't know. Maybe I don't have the best answer to this, but I think it's all about like where you put your energy. And I think if you're putting your energy into fucking Hassan's dog collar versus putting your energy into fucking fighting against ICE, I think if you're picking between them, I think you should use that energy to fight against ice because, dude, it's fucking insane. I have this little thing right here. We'll get into this. How to report ice, all right? We'll get into that in a second. But, yeah, dude, this whole fucking thing. Look at this. Look, Denim said something funny here. Hasan should wear the collar, not to disprove the shock collar, not to show how it works, but for a secret third reason. Oh. It's so fucking wild. What else is moist critical?
Not a shock collar. Look, here's what it is, and then explain it. Like, I feel like even a non-streamer, like a complete normie, average Joe Schmo, if you went to their house and saw that happen, or like, hey, did you just shock that dog? They'd be like, oh my god, no, this is clearly a misunderstanding. No, that's not what happened. Like, I feel like most people would be very quick to show you and prove that it's not a shock collar because it's so quick and so easy to do. And the fact that he doesn't is odd. Like, it is very peculiar. Why wouldn't you in the moment? Like, that's such a natural...
Okay. Yes, while I understand Charlie's argument here. I understand that, where it's like, why don't you just show it, right? There's a couple things at play here. Like, you look at what Hasan showing the collar already, like, did. Now that he showed the collar, there's people out here taking this collar thing, and then this turns into a whole nother fucking... Look, Hasan's as a collar. This is one of his biggest haters. Like, this is the territory you enter by being like immediately going, here, this is what it actually is. Because no one's gonna fucking believe you. It's gonna turn into a back and forth. Like, I understand him giving some like space to that before diving into that. I actually kind of understand that. It logically makes sense. The crazy part about this statement is, in a moment, he's going to cover him showing the collar. Let's see.
Thing to do, especially for what's easily a slam dunk. Like, you have all these people attacking you. You could easily just come out and fucking slam jam thank you ma'am on them by just being like, nope, it's not a shot collar. Look, here you go. The proof is in the pudding. Behold. Like, it'd be so quick, so simple, and it would be...
Yeah, but I think Charlie's forgetting. Charlie is forgetting that's not how it works. Like, even if Hasan did that on stream, Hasan does not have a group of everybody that loves him to death and whatever on stream. There's people that fucking hate him that watch him in there too. There's people that are wild in there. Him doing that, people aren't just going to go, yep, let's move on. And just like you said, he doesn't believe it even though he showed it. Yeah, exactly. And so that's not going to do fucking anything. Charlie's acting like, I think in the world that Charlie's mentioning right now, it's like he thinks his house can go, hey, chat, look, this is the collar. All right, cool. Oh, cool. No, don't have to think that anymore. Cool. You've moved on. Nice. Move on. Like, what? No. If you have to be a fucking crazy person to think that's how it works in Hasan's streams.
Beautiful. But that didn't happen yesterday. Instead, it was kind of brushed off as like, you've got to be fucking stupid to think that, Hasan would shock his dog on stream. And he just kind of
you do.
As like
yes, because you do have to be fucking stupid to think that Hasan would shock his dog. You do. Because he treats that dog with the most fucking love any dog can possibly have. The dog lives in a goddamn mansion. The dog gets insane amounts of exercise. The dog gets fed very well. Like, all these things. The dog has a very nice dog bed. Like, all these things the dog has that probably the dog has been given very professional training that a lot of people probably have not given their dogs, etc. Like, there's a whole list of things. So it's like, do you think Hasan hates his dog and wants to fucking hurt his dog? Dog looks perfectly healthy. Yeah, exactly.
Only people that would believe this are like bad people in the first place, or like, grifters, this kind of thing. And I just find that to just be so disingenuous, because most people are going to see this and it looks like you shock your dog. Given how annoyed
yes, Charlie,
you are,
most people, he meant to say most dumbasses, not people. If you watch that and your interpretation is that he shocked his dog, you should investigate further. I don't know why this isn't clear enough on the internet yet. Why is this not like becoming the norm now? If you see a clip, investigate further. Has that not been like a thing? Is that the way he really talks in that tone? No, he doesn't talk in that tone all the time. Oh, unless you mean Charlie talking monotone.
With the dog, and right before she yelps out in pain, you roll your eyes, you look at something off screen, you clearly are, like, you are reaching off screen, that is very clear, and then the dog yelps while you were still annoyed, and then instead of doing, like, what I feel like most dog owners would do, would, like, check to see, like, is everything alright? Why'd she just yelp in pain? Instead of doing that,
that was the only part.
And then mentioning how
that was the only part. He didn't walk back and check on her. That was the only part that I was kind of like, But he apologized for it today.
How spoiled she is about roaming the house. Like, that doesn't compute. If this was her dew claw getting stuck there and then yelping in pain, you would have no idea why she's yelping.
Is Charlie just repeating himself? He said the same thing like 100 times over. What the fuck?
Like, aggressive about it. It just doesn't really make sense.
Oh my god.
Now, a bunch of super sleuths were diving in, like, really analyzing frame by frame. Apparently, Hassan has mentioned that she does have, like, an air tag on her collar. People also saw, like, a doohickey underneath the air tag.
What the fuck is this? Hassan definitely needs to work on a little anger management. Internet, I can relate, especially if it fucked with my money.
Right before
the I know, and it's weirdly enough become, like, a part of his brand almost. Like, there's clips of him losing his shit on the internet. Like, there's... He used to call himself, like, a provocateur gamer. He used to... What was the other thing he used to fucking be called? I forget what the other thing was, but, like, he's known for, like, doing that kind of thing on the internet almost. But I think he does need to, like, chill on it. Because there's, like, people that watch him that are just, like, dazing off and, like, chilling in bed, and all of a sudden he's screaming, and they're like, ah! You know?
The moment where she yelps, where there's, like, a green blinking gadget there, a little fucking gizmo. And people were speculating that's probably the shock collar. And now, today, Hassan went on stream to show the collar and explain what it is.
He loses his mind about connection issues? I know. I actually had my own connection issue just before I got in stream. I was trying to go on here. My internet went out. I was like, I'll be live in 5 minutes. My fucking internet went out, so I had to spend 5 minutes reconnecting my internet. But, yeah, I think it's because he's... I think he needs to, like, chill on those getting worked up over connection issues. I think he's, like, worried about getting DDoSed or something. So that might be part of the reason why.
Is that everyone saw.
This is the one that people are talking about. Okay,
yeah,
this is the one.
We saw this already.
There's the lost.
And then the unit everyone saw is something that can only vibrate. It can't shock. It also has, like, other things like a flashlight and stuff. And then he went on to explain, like, why he has a vibrator there for the sake of, like, training.
So it's wild to say that Charlie showed the clip, or Charlie talked about how, just like you said, Justin, how he didn't show the collar, and then Charlie proceeds to show the collar. Charlie wanted the 20-minute ad rev money.
That kind of thing. Now, since this was a day later, obviously people are going to be wondering, is this real? Like, is he...
That's a half joke about him. Basic journalism rule, check your facts. I know, right? That was kind of a half joke. I don't think Charlie actually legitimately wants that ad rev money. His video's just at 20 minutes, so he gets, like, the quadruple ads or whatever.
Telling the truth, like, you could have swapped it out. You could have changed out the previous model with one that doesn't have shocking capabilities. Because there are vibrate-only units, and there are some that have vibrate and shock. Something he also mentions that those kind of things do exist. But since this was so far after the fact, people are always going to wonder, well, did he just switch it out? And something else that spawned from this is, it looks like there's tape on it. So when you watch it, and you
oh my god, people were going down this fucking pipeline. Oh my god. They were saying it looks like there's tape right there. So if anything, he made it even better for the dog. He took these things off, even if that is... Oh my god, I thought that was actually a pretty good theory, because... Why not show the collar? Angle is odd right before you cover him showing it. Yeah.
Seen this picture floated around a lot, and people believe that they have narrowed it down to a model called the Educator ET400, which seems to match it visually 1-to-1 in all aspects.
You're trying to get ad revenue, and that makes sense.
The bottom side,
yeah.
Where on the ET400 there are 2 prongs there, but you can take those prongs off from what I can tell, at least online, and in the Hassan clip, there's a bunch of tape there, which potentially would be there to cover up the holes. I don't really know what else there would be tape.
So then that debunks it. Let's just say he's right. So then that debunks it. There is no fucking vibrator. There is no fucking prongs. It's even better for, so I don't, what is this argument, Charlie?
I don't really get that. Like, it doesn't make a ton of sense. But of course, I have no way of knowing 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt that Hassan shocked Kaya on that stream or anything like that. But based on the old eyeball test, the old smell test, what you can literally see, he is annoyed with Kaya. He expressed it a couple of times, scolded her. He rolls his eyes. He does reach for something off screen. And as he is reaching, it seems like when he...
This is the Charlie Reddit bot. All right, we heard enough. We heard enough from Penguinz0. I've had enough of this. Not even that I'm, like, tapped out of it. It's just, like, he keeps repeating himself. I've caught myself doing this in videos before, so I don't blame him. But, god damn, Charles, make a better video. Make this more concise. Holy shit, dude. There's going to be some hater, inevitably, that comes into the VOD after this and is like, well, bro, aren't you doing the same thing? You have an hour and 20 video. You should cut that shit up. Make it shorter. People always forget that when they click on my VOD, that it's a fucking live stream, and they chirp at me and go, dog. There's been one nice person that one time put time codes because I forgot, and they were like, here, this one he talks about this. And I was like, finally, a normal person. Jesus. Is it even worth seeing what Philly D had to say? What's the Philly... I'm always curious what the Philly D take is. Well, what do you guys think?
How about this Hassan Piker controversy and backlash? Or because while Hassan, who's a political commentator, often pops up into the news over a political take, this time
he might be the biggest hand talker I've ever seen in my life.
He was trending everywhere over this clip.
But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence. Okay? It's the same reason as to why America... Kaya, please just fucking go... Just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby.
There's that sudden yelp after Hassan seems to reach off camera. It's led many to claim that he was using a shock collar against his dog. Or with many also now demanding that Twitch ban him. And then to back up these claims, you've had people point to things such as zooming in.
Oh, this was another funny element. This was a funny element of the drama. Oh my god, I forgot to cover this. So, XQC claimed that if Hassan shows the collar, he's gonna donate 50,000. That's why you need chat on screen. I know. That, oh my god. So, I should get chat on screen. I should start doing that. That'd be kind of cool to do. Like, let's see. Put you guys like up here somewhere. So I don't know how to keep you guys to the front. That's the only problem I have. Tile window to the right of screen. I don't know if it'll stay.
The collar and saying it's not a normal one.
Oh,
Other
it
big
will
streamers
stay.
in the space like XQC looking at old footage that apparently showed the collar blinking. Others have also gone further back to find old clips of Hassan admitting that he owns a shock collar. Though this also, as you had many noting in the clip, he says,
my old roommate wanted to use a shock collar.
Oh my god. His old roommate wanted to use a shock collar. This is an old ass fucking clip of him in his first apartment.
Or Fish and his dogs. For Fish and his dogs barking, I couldn't do it. I have it still. I bought it. They are incredibly effective.
but then also, in addition to that, some of the clips that people found.
Boom. I don't know how I got that to stay. That's the first time I've ever been able to make that stay. That's crazy. I think this psyop against Hassan for him being so vocal on anti-Zionism. Yeah. That could be a part of it. All of it stems back to politics. People that hate him are like, oh, here's a good reason to fucking chirp. I don't know.
Not necessarily about a shock collar per se, but instead.
Does that make it easier for you chatters to like read what other people are saying? Does that make it like way easier for you guys?
How tight the collar is.
And now it's mainstream. I love her. I think her collar's too tight.
Well, it's
Oh yeah, then there was this.
You have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get 1. I think you're choking her.
She's like, it's she has a lot of neck meat.
Also, another angle here is you had people critical of Hassan saying that they felt like the dog Kaya was being used as a prop and essentially forced to stay in frame. But then there you also had plenty of people scrubbing through the video saying you can see large amounts.
Oh, I didn't finish talking about the XQC thing. I got sidetracked. So, XQC basically said he would donate $5,000 if Hassan showed the collar. Hassan did not. Hassan showed the collar, and XQC was like, nah, and still didn't donate his $50,000 or $5,000. I think $50,000 to the Humane Society or some shit, the animal shelter or whatever. Yeah, no, he didn't even donate that money. It's so silly.
It's a time where she's just not there at all. Right, and all of this, it's playing out while you have a lot of people going after Hassan. You also have a group of people defending it. Right, and for this group, the general consensus is that maybe Kaya caught her dew claw on the bed, and that's what caused her to yelp. Or with people showing the clip in slow motion. And you also saw people having takes like, she clips her paw, it's very obvious, saying you are willfully dumber than a dog if you choose
Chat on screen is nice for VARs so they can see the full screen and see chat so they understand the responses to us. Oh, that's true. That's true. Maybe I'll try doing this from now on.
Leave this and care more about imagining the
Good
suffering
point.
of a single
Good call,
animal than
Blender.
millions of Palestinians.
Were you, Blender, were you here? I think you might have been one of the chatters. Were you here when I announced this at the top of stream? Look, now that there's more chatters in here, look what we got going for stream. Bam. Bam, bam, blammo. The only thing about this, though, that I was just thinking about. Where did I put that one? I'm trying to think where I put that. Oh, I think maybe I can still go into the side of my computer. I might be able to.
But that then had its own pushback and backlash with creators like Asmongold, for example, saying, you guys really need to stop invoking Palestine every time someone you like gets criticized. It doesn't help you, and it certainly doesn't help Palestinians. It has nothing to do with this
Oh
topic.
my God.
And you're effectively using their suffering as a shield for bad behavior. Right, and then as far as Hassan's response here, I actually reached out for a comment and reaction. Right, and so with that, he called this one of the most insane brigades he's ever seen. Then adding, I rewatched the video and I totally get why people are angry.
Gamer, I suggest Hollow Knight and Hollow Knight Silk Song. Are those Xbox games?
I should have instantly gone over to check on her. I was in full panic mode over the internet going out and the stream crashing, and I take total accountability for that. Hassan then also talking about the allegations around the collar, as well as the allegations that he shocked the dog. Regarding the collar, he said, I have a bunch of different collars for her, including a vibrating collar for communicating with her over long distance when she's at the park, etc. Saying she was professionally trained to be off leash. That collar can't actually shock her. Adding, I didn't press anything, I didn't have any remote or anything with me. And then regarding his dog yelping, he said, I don't know what happened, but I assume it was her clipping her dew nail on the corner while following the place command, but I get why it looks horrible to a person who's seeing this interaction for the first time. And then regarding people saying, the dog's just there in the background, or maybe even the dog is forced to be there.
I love Philly.
God, how much I love her and take.
So tell me, what do you think about this?
Care of her.
Watch.
But ultimately, that's where we are right now, and I'd really love to know your thoughts, because depending on.
Oh yeah. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Philly D's funny. Like, there'll be like something that's so fucking obvious. It'll be like a clip of someone like literally saying the N-word, and then he'll be like, "So, tell me, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this?" It's like, dude, no. It's like, that's wrong. That's wrong, man. You shouldn't have someone extend their thoughts on that. Oh no, chat went away. I gotta repin chat. Hold on. How did I do that before? I think I did this. I think I went. Oh no, now chat's full screen. Look at that. You guys are full screen now. Uh-oh. Now chat's stuck. Let's see. Maybe I went like this. How did I do this before? What the hell did I hit? I don't even... Dude, I was like doing some wizardry. Oh, we almost had it again. We'll get it back. We'll get you guys back, I promise. Okay? Oh, no! No. Now I'm just getting you guys stuck big screen. I don't know what I did before. I think... It let me pin you guys somehow. They're good on everything but mobile Hollow Knight. Then so interesting. If I find the time for it, I will. What the fuck? Okay, well, whatever. I'll figure that chat thing out later. Should we move on? Should we do some ice? We kind of got the Asmongold coverage in the Philly D video here. Should we move on to ice? Shall we talk ice, chat? Do you guys want to see what's going on with ice? Hear about it a little bit? In case you don't know. Have you not? Who in chat? One, if you've been seeing it. Two, no. I want to get a gauge check here. How the fuck? How do I get... What the fuck happened with my chat? Okay, 1. We got a 1. Dude, you guys are stuck on my screen. Holy Toledo! Holy Toledo! Let me get this fucking unstuck. Dude, I do not know what I did before. I do not know how I, like, pinned. What the fuck did I do? I'm not gonna even worry about that. I have to go now because I'm holding in front of the math homework. That's so fucking cool of you. Hope you catch next stream. Okay, before you go real quick. I'm gonna put this on screen. Or maybe I'll read it. Actually, you can look at the VOD later on. But I have this whole how to report ice. It's a whole freaking thing here. It's a whole book. Tells you how to report ice. I'll read it to chat, but just wanted to put that out there for you before you go, so you can come back and look at it later on. Thank you for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it, Blender. All right. So, how to report ice. Let's get into the ice conversation. All right. Ice is doing some very unconstitutional things in the land of Chicago right now. They are pretty much taking innocent people and cuffing them and taking them in as if they are criminals. Yeah, someone passes out to me in real life out in Chicago. It was a friend of mine. I actually think I'm going to be attending this thing. Hopefully, maybe it won't. I was supposed to attend this today, but I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I was like, oh, shit. But there's, like, ice in Chicago, and they bring people over to, like, the elementary schools around here to, like, get them out of, make sure they get, home safe because their families are, like, afraid to go out in their neighborhoods because they're afraid they're going to get freaking attacked by ice. It's getting bad. It's getting bad. I'll show you an example. I can only chirp so much. I'll show you a video. Okay, here. Maybe I'll read the form. I'll read the form first, okay? Here's the form. How to report ICE. I want to keep my immigrant neighbors safe. What can I do? Report ICE sightings and activities of trust organizations. Do this in Chicago by calling the Chicago, Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights Hotline. This helps set vulnerable immigrants so they can avoid interactions with ICE. Use the salute protocol. We'll get to that in a second. To collect key details. This ensures reports are clear, specific, and verifiable by community organizers. Be accurate and be cautious. Avoid spreading fear by mistaking police or other city agencies for ICE. Do not post unverified sightings on social media. The Refugees Hotline, the Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugees Hotline is 855-435-7369. Hotlines available in English, Spanish, Korean, Arabic, Chinese, Polish, Urdu, Vietnamese, Haitian, Quechua, Ukrainian, Russian, and Hindi. If you witness someone being detained by ICE, if possible, politely ask the detained person for their full name and date of birth. This is very important. I will repeat that. If possible, politely ask the detained person for their full name and date of birth. If there's a loved one you can contact, ask if there's a loved one you can contact and can help notify family and provide emotional and legal support. Write everything down. Record the information clearly and accurately. This information is important for immigration lawyers and support organizations to locate and assist the person in custody. Do your best. Salute. Just like I said, we will get to this, okay? Salute. Size, S stands for size of the group of officers. These are things you report. A, actions, activity. What are they doing? So, for example, in Hyde Park, cars are outside and outside of cars talking to each other. At Hyde Park, in cars and outside cars talking to each other. Location, address or cross streets. Pretty straightforward. Uniform, clothes. Look for identifying abbreviations. Time and date, you give them. E, equipment and weapons. For example, 2 people, zip ties and belts, at least 4 armed, 2 black SUVs. No identifying markings on cars. ICE can deputize other federal agents to do other work. Here are some agencies that you might see. Report them to the Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugees Rights. ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement. DHS, Department of Homeland Security. CPB, Customs and Border Protection. I have been seeing CPD out a lot lately. ICE and CPD is the two I've been seeing out the most myself. HSI, Homeland Security Investigations. I mainly see the CPB when I'm on the road, which is weird. Bureau for Custom, ATF, the Bureau for Custom Alcohol and Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives. Federal Agent. These agents may also be in plain clothes with weapons and ballistic vests. So, wow, chat disappeared. I don't like that. Let's bring chat back. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Oh, God. Did I fucking hope I didn't dox myself? Oh, thank God. Normally it's my chaotic screen. There was nothing up there. Thank God. All right. ICE raids West Chicago, takes 2 documented men for no reason, and then drops them off a block because they're illegal. Your rights are being violated by the Trump administration. Here we go. See, look. There they are in the ballistic vest, like, unmarked. Look. If you watch this and you think this looks normal, and then this is like a normal activity that these people deserve this, or they've somehow earned their way to this, then that's fucking insane. No, this person is not illegal. This is literally a fucking worker that's just working on street, like working at the gas station. They saw him at the gas station and they illegally detained him. Chingalamika. What's up, Jay? How you doing? Good to see you in here. Did you see this thing that I was just showing? Were you here for my readout of that? That doesn't make sense at all. Exactly why I said you were going to change your mind when you see this. That is what people are fighting against. The Trump administration is just allowing this to happen. It's not like these people are... Do you think that these guys are going to these people and going like, excuse me, sir, do you have your... Are you a legal citizen of the United States? And the person's like, actually I'm not. Like, do you think that's what's happening here? If you think that's what's happening, then you're a crazy person. They are literally just grabbing these people. That is precisely why people like myself, I now found something that I can fucking contribute to. Thank God. I was talking to my friends about this the other day. I can go help kids get home safe from school. I'm like, thank God there's something I can physically do. So I'm going to go do that over the next course of however long I can whenever I'm free, because that's fucking insane. Well, people, I'm Mexican. You feel, okay, where the fuck are you from? They're just targeting people of color and searching for... Yeah, California. ICE is not... Have you not been in an area that ICE is, like, heavily in? Like, if you... I'm in Chicago. ICE is, like... Look at this. Look, Jay right here in chat. Terrified since ICE is in my city and on my street. Look at that. And let me guess. You're fucking afraid to go outside. Like, that's the problem. It's like you see ICE and you're like, all right, I'm not going outside. You get me? So, like, maybe you live in an area, a pocket of California where you don't feel quite as targeted. You might feel like you have a target on your back at a lot of times. Sure, that's inevitable. But you might not feel immediately threatened. I'm not afraid, though. I'm actually a minority. Exactly. Like I just said, you might not feel immediately threatened. But you are not in Chicago, where Trump has literally sent these exact fucking agencies that I just read to you on this pamphlet right here that says, these ones right here: Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Department of Homeland Security, Customs and Border Protection, Homeland Security Investigations. Like, at this point, what the people that are doing this is mainly what you are seeing in these clips is ICE. It's fucking ridiculous. It's abhorrent. It's gross. I'm ashamed to live in a city that this is something that's happening. Pritzker is certainly fighting against it, and Trump just looks at him and he goes, I'm gonna arrest him. We were gonna come after him. And it's just all hysteria. It's all fucking to get people worked up and get people chirping. It's the dumbest administration in the history of the world. Like, these people are recording it for a reason. A U.S. citizen was detained at the end of my street this week. I'm a U.S. citizen and walk around my passport in case I'm racially profiled. My parents warned me with streets to avoid. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's fucked up. I have guitar students who get harassed by ICE. They are children. Yeah, and I've seen that too. Do you believe in open borders? All I know is that fucking Trump wall was fucking insane. I was never for that wall. That wall was cooked. We're way past the open borders discussion. Yeah. Yeah, this is like not even, like, okay, this, I'm surprised I even still to fucking say this. Look, I'm a fucking dumbass, and I have to say this, okay? But the people that ICE is detaining is not like, ooh, they aren't like, ooh, we caught someone crossing the fucking border. Now we found him in Chicago, and now we're going after him. Like, do you think these exact people that are detaining them were also at the border being like, saw you there. I actually took my car to Chicago now. Now I caught you in Chicago. Like, what? Like, no. These are just people that are grabbing brown people and fucking detaining them. That's, like, this is not even an argument, because even my most normie friends know this. Like, I was hanging out with a big group of normies the other day. Even they know this at this point. Like, they used to make the argument of like, oh man, maybe they're in here illegally or whatever. No, even they're seeing it in the plain sight with their own eyes. They're not even detaining the worst of the worst. They're detaining the blue. Exactly. Precisely how they're detaining the guy working at the gas station. Are you insinuating there isn't no way illegals? Oh my God. No. Oh my God. I never said there's not people that have, like, you know, illegally came into Chicago or whatever it might be. Is that a thing that is inevitably probably going to happen regardless? Yes, that probably is going to happen. Do people fucking try to get over here to have a better opportunity for themselves and may not come over here with the right papers and that? Is that a thing that happens? Yes, of course it does. But what we are looking at here is not that. This is an example of the administration actively targeting brown people. That's it. They were sending people to a concert in Guatemala straight off a plane because they were Venezuelan. Yeah, they black bagged them. They fucking black bagged them. I saw that. I saw that shit. It was really gross. I saw like 10 seconds of it and it ruined my entire fucking day. It was horrible. Their documentation doesn't matter. Everyone's entitled to due process. ICE is being violent beyond what's acceptable in the situation. Yeah. Exactly. I'm trying to get to your prescription to fix this problem. Exactly. Wait, I'm trying to get to your prescription to fix this problem. Exactly. Or if you see illegal immigration as a problem at all. I mean, let me ask you this. What do you see as a problem for illegal immigration? But we should not even, okay, I don't even want to be fucking talking about illegal immigration right now, because what we're watching is not that. This, precisely like Jay has said here, we're literally watching blue-collar workers get detained. That is it. This guy was innocently just working at a gas station, saw ICE come up, and was like, oh, fuck, got caught. They grabbed him, and he was gone, you know? Subsidize healthcare. Taxpayers can't afford healthcare themselves. Subsidized healthcare tax. I forget how that works. Someone explained this to me very well the other day. If a chatter in here knows how to explain that, like I know how to like debunk that, but I don't know like the fucking terms. If someone knows how to debunk that properly in chat, you can explain that. But they don't get subsidized healthcare. They can go to the ER just like you could. That's what it was. It was the ER. It was the ER conversation. That's what I was looking for. They can go to the ER just like you can go to the ER. That was exactly what I was trying to say, and I, for some reason, just couldn't fucking think.
Back up! Get back now! Back up! Get back!
Terrorizing communities. Shame.
Nothing is free. Healthcare is paid for by taxes in every other developed nation. Yep, exactly. Healthcare is paid for in Canada. Healthcare is paid for, I believe, in Ukraine. Healthcare is paid for, I think in Turkey. There's a lot of other places. Who pays for the doctor visit? It's not free. It's paid for by every other developed nation, just like Justin said.
Shame.
So, not doctor visits, ER visits. Now, okay. Taxpayers pay it, but at the same time, we're also talking about like a wealthy nation, okay? Yes, there are most places you can go to the doctor and it's free because your taxes pay for it, but you can go and need to regardless of your economic standing. Yeah.
Shame.
If a tourist went to the ER here, they would also be covered. This expenditure is incredibly marginal, absolute non-problem. If you see this kind of violence going on, your opinion is still... I should just pull up chat on screen. See this kind of violence going on, in your opinion, is still were they here legally? You should consider whether or not you think this is a proportional reaction. Well, the argument that Wi-Fi is like making here is like, it's kind of like almost akin to like the whole like Candace Owens style. Not her argument on this matter, but like it's like the whole Candace Owens takes on fucking on anti-Semitism, you know? Where it's like you hear the take and you're like, what? We live in a backwards country that doesn't believe in healthcare. No, I didn't say you did. I'm saying it's akin to that. It's like reminding me of that, where it's like you hear the take and you're like, huh? Tourists don't get covered here. They get saddled with massive bills. It's a thing other countries warn about traveling here. Interesting. You should, yeah, no, I don't suspect you watch Candace. I think I don't suspect someone that watches Candace would also watch me, you know?
You're fucking bullying.
There's nothing wrong with a shock collar. I kind of talked about that at the beginning of, what's up, Mob? How you doing? Were you the one that was commenting on my video recently? There was someone I was just commenting back to, and I was like, you're welcome to hop in my stream. Was that you? If so, welcome here. Thanks for coming to hang out. I was kind of talking about that, but I'm talking about ice right now. Do people here not realize you get billed and you go to the ER? No, you weren't. Oh, you're just a chatter that's here. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to stream. Thanks for coming here. Thanks for chilling. I try to stream at 9 p.m. Central whenever I'm available to stream, which sometimes I'm real consistent, do 2-3 nights a week. Other times, chatters here, just like tonight, see me for the first time in like 3 weeks. But I do stream at 9 p.m. Central or 9:30 Central when I go on. And what happens to your credit if you don't pay? Yeah, you get billed. So I've been to the ER before. You get billed in like little segments. You get like sent little bills in the mail.
Fucking bitch. Hey, enjoy that. Suck my dick, you fucking hoe. Fuck you, bitch.
Shame.
Whoa.
Shame. Shame.
Look at this. They're in what the fuck, dude?
Let's roll.
Shame.
This is the car they're in.
Shame. Shame.
I almost want to like look up that plate right now.
Shame.
I need
Like water or something. There's water in the trunk.
Get the fuck out of here.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Look at the cars they're in.
You hoe.
Don't. Shame. Shame. Shame.
Is that it right there? Yeah, dude, this is fucking Chicago. What's this? Chicago residents are now following ICE vehicles, honking horns and shouting, wanting to alert immigrants before raids begin. This is what defense looks like. Ordinary people refusing to stay silent while federal power targets are vulnerable. What's this? Damn. This is like off of Homan. Jesus Christ. Okay, wait. Look at this. These ICE agents are out of control in Chicago. This one's aiming a loaded weapon at a woman just for filming him as he hunts immigrants in broad daylight. This shit's beyond fucked up, and it's only a matter of time before one of these losers pulls the trigger. Dog. Just difference of opinions. No, I know you're not trying to anger me. I know. We've talked about this before. I have a friend like this that I fucking have that also has difference of opinions. I think my goal is for you to at least like develop a better understanding of stuff, because I think you once told me your age or something, and you were like at least like quite a few years younger or something. So I gave you room because I was like, you got time to learn shit, you know? I think you've definitely learned a couple things being in this community for sure. There's a couple things I think I have changed your mind on that you realized. which is precisely probably the reason why you hang out here. People who join ICE are power hungry losers. Yeah, that's another thing, to just succumb to this administration's wants. Citizen calls out the hypocrisy of a fellow working for ICE. What's this?
Use that gun on your people. Shame on you. I hope right now your ancestors are looking.
Yeah, see, this is like that kind of energy where it's like, why are you firing against your own people?
Look at you right now, brother. Stand up. Stand up.
I was a shithead in my early teens, 20. I voted for WM Ancient. Yeah, and I've talked about this too before. Like when I was like 21-ish, 22, 23, I was definitely a shithead. Like one hundo P was like going around saying the R word 1000%. Like would just like sling that word like it was like saying dumb, or didn't also have like the best opinions on anything. Like if someone were to ask me like if I was gonna vote or like what I voted for, what I thought, I would just be like, yeah, I don't care. Like I don't know why those people care. Like it doesn't really matter. Like just if it happens, let it happen, you know? Like that was kind of my attitude of stuff. And then I became radicalized. No, then I kind of became an adult and was like, I think I know the difference between right and wrong at this point.
How did your family get here? How did your family get here? You of all people. You don't walk away, brother. I'm good. Stay there. We can talk. We can talk. My tax money put you in school. You came here without no papers. Now you're an American. Thank you. Out of way and pay us back. We love you, brother. Don't forget that. Everybody take a picture of you. You know why? The internet is so good. No, I'm a public property. You're going to be a movie star. You're going to be a movie star.
The lack of empathy in American politics, yeah. Yeah, dude, that's what's fucking happening in Chicago. What's this, David? Oh, this is the guy. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is Reverend David Black, minister of the First Presbyterian Church in Chicago. Wait a minute. I think I'm filming a wedding there soon. What the fuck? In Chicago, he was shot 7 times in the head with chemical pellets as he was kneeling to pray at a protest. Okay, it's this. Look at this shit. Look. ICE coldly shot an unarmed priest in the head with a pepper ball when he everyone around him clearly posed no threat. Let's take a look at this. Oh! Look at it. Look at those pigs. What the fuck? Look at this. I'm going to show you guys also what the fuck is going on in Chicago. He died? No, he got severely fucking injured. Where'd that go? Shot 7 times in the head while he's kneeling. Let's see. Yeah, no, that was a quote from him. I was suddenly fired upon by ICE officers. I was hit 7 times in my arms, face, and torso. Like, I don't think he's going to have that comment after he died. Look at this. Look at this. Look. This is literally I was on a gig the other day, and I just heard a bunch of voices. Look at this. This is while I was on my gig. I just look out the window and fucking... They're doing the right thing. There's just a giant protest against ICE. I'm just showing you kind of like... This is the start of it, the very start of the protest. So there's like mass protests happening in Chicago. It's fucking insane. It feels like we're living in an alternate universe. Do you want to see? Okay, look at this. Look.
A viral video of an ICE and Border Patrol agent trying to snatch up a man in the southwest side of Chicago took the internet by storm this past weekend, as the man got away after his community came to his rescue. Here at Complex, we spoke with the local shop owner who captured this video on October 4th. The business owner let us know that
4
they
days
had
ago
heard honking going on outside of their shop, so they stepped outside to see, quote, ICE agents manhandling this guy, which led them to record. In the video, you can clearly see that there are other people recording this situation while trying to convince the agents to let this man go. You can hear people yell, quote, help him, leave him alone, get off of him, to God is watching. Tons of cars had stopped and honked as the ICE agents tried to force this man into their unmarked car. Now, we don't know for sure how long this tussle went on for, but the video is about 4 minutes and 12 seconds long. And by the end of it, you see the two ICE agents give up and the man is able to run off free. Complex reached out to DHS and in an email statement, they confirmed the incident saying, quote, a crowd of agitators who impeded the operation. DHS claimed their agents left the scene to help
DHS, what did I fucking say earlier?
Who were being boxed in by motorists elsewhere.
ICE gives up there saying it wasn't worth the struggle. People have more power than you think. Yeah. That's why you don't go to those kinds of festivals. No, it wasn't even a festival. That was literally just the street. That was fucking people fighting against it. Like, I'm seeing this shit firsthand. Like, it's really fucking nuts. I'm just glad that I found a way that I can help get people home safely, fucking finally. So I think I'm gonna stay tuned with all that.
Agents throughout Chicago. Just last week, we posted a video of the 300 federal agents that raided an apartment building in the south side of Chicago. Since then, the governor of Illinois and mayor of Chicago have condemned this crackdown of immigration by President Trump and have accused the administration of militarizing the city. According to the Department of Homeland Security, on October 3rd, they reported they had arrested over 1,000 undocumented immigrants. It's clear
reported
in this situation that the community around this man came together and used their voices and car horns to essentially ward off.
Because here's the thing, people are gonna get fucking duped. People, that's the thing, like it's like akin to the whole like Israel conversation, right? Where they're like, at first they didn't want people to openly be like, oh yeah, it is Israel, you know, bombing the Gaza Strip. So they tried to actively make it a point to be like, no, it's not Israel when it first happened. So anybody that said it was them was an anti-Semite, right? I use that to say that this is how this is being treated now, where it's like they'll be like, oh yeah, they got 1,000 undocumented migrants, and it's like they can just throw that out there, and some people are gonna take a bite of that and go, oh yeah, I like this cake. And other people that are normal are gonna look at that and go, yeah, I think that seems a little off. Like, they didn't just target undocumented migrants. Nonetheless, even if you want to pull that conversation aside, even though you shouldn't, but let's say in the event that you do, it's still not a, this is not something that is like legal. This is like not a normal practice, you know? This is fucked up.
As more stories come in like this, we hear a complex.
Like, this is really, really fucked up. Look at this. Chicago Ridge. Also, I'm getting, this is like a weird gig that I have, but like someone's paying me on Saturday to go out there and like go to one of the protests and like interview a bunch of people at the protests, what they think about it and all this shit, and it's like getting put on TV somewhere. I don't fucking know, but I might just like stay at the protest afterward. One day everyone will have always been against this. This can't be the new normal. Acknowledging how fucked up it is the first step. It's dangerous out there. I wouldn't. I know there's people that are. There is a level of danger to it, I suppose, when there's like people that can be firing shots, I guess. But you know what? To stand up against fascism, I'll do it. Arrest a U.S. citizen. Look at this. W. Oh, you don't have video. Fuck. Sorry. Fuck. God damn it. I just sat there and you guys watch my face like. Oh, why is it frozen? Oh my god, it's effing. Oh my god, it's effing. Alright, there we go. Alright. Look at this shit. Does this look constitutional? Does this look constitutional? There's agitators out there. Yeah, but there's like also a lot of other people recording too. I'm not the only person that's like recording. Maybe you weren't so afraid of your neighbors, you'd feel differently about the ice. Yeah. Do you guys want to see my favorite ice clip? Look at this. Ice Chicago biker. This is my favorite ice clip. Fucking outran them all. That was amazing. That was amazing. What's this? Call ice on them. See, I got jokes too.
You gotta love Chicago, okay? They thought it was gonna be that easy. Come here, grab people, and leave. Chicago was like, no, that's not what's happening.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking abhorrent. Wasn't there that thing that also too, there was like that girl that like basically got shot by ice? What was that whole thing about? You guys remember that? DHS. Agents shoot woman after claiming they were... What's this? This is what I was talking about.
Overnight, a major ruling against the Trump administration. A federal judge temporarily blocking the president's plan to send National Guard troops to Portland. The judge, who was appointed by Trump, said...
Was that not it? Where the fuck was it? Oh, here it was. Here it was. Border Patrol agents shot armed woman in Chicago as protesters confront the immigration personnel. Wait, shit. It's not T. Is this TOS? Hope it's not. Oh no, it's good.
You're wearing a... Here we're in Brighton Park in Chicago on 39th and Kedzie. Was a shooting earlier, an ice-involved shooting. We want to demand an investigation. They are escalating violence. They are escalating violence in the city. This is not making anyone safe.
Kedzie, I think that's Pilsen. 39, is that what he said? 39 in Kedzie? 39 in Kedzie. See, where the fuck is that? Oh, it's West Lawn. Jesus Christ, dude.
All of the raids that just did a few days ago, they were innocent people.
That's not how I just... Like, okay. I'll use this. I don't know. I am tired. I'm very tired. I've been working my freaking tail off lately, and I'm like, I almost didn't stream tonight. Okay, I'll use this example. There's this friend of mine who always, like, anytime I'd, like, say stuff like this, I'd be like, oh yeah, ICE is fucked up, or like, the thing the Trump administration is doing is fucked up. He'd always, like, have the opposite opinion. He'd be like, oh no, like, Trump's the best. Like, he's cleaning up all those fucking illegals from the streets. And I was like, what are you saying right now? And then I like had to like basically like talk to someone else about this, right? And this person was like, oh yeah, that person just strictly wants your reactions. That's it. And I feel like there's people out there that just say these things. They're like, nah, ICE isn't bad, because they just want someone to like react a certain way, right? Something makes me think that that's a part of why people do it. Another part of me is like, I think there are people out there that genuinely are like, nah, dog, those people deserve it. So I think it's just like a weird mix. What was the person you told me to react to earlier? Didn't you say there was someone you want me to react to? Andrew Lovegren or some shit like that? What was his name? Andrew something? Not Tate. Who the fuck was that? Andrew... Fuck was his name? You don't have to right now. I also low-key kind of wanted a game. I don't know if I have time for it. I wanted to play a little bit of games. But I'm like extremely tired, and it is 11:30, and I have work tomorrow. I think there's a lot of bootlickers and rule followers who care more about what's legal than doing it by their fellow man. Yeah. Yeah, it's a strange, I'll tell you this. I'll give you this. This is another problem, is like people that are not, like, I would not consider myself someone that came into this seeing ICE as someone who was privy to knowing about ICE, even dare I say, like 4 or 5 years ago, even 3 years ago. Like, I'll be the first to admit that, right? Like, as a very white person that has lived in, very privileged areas throughout the course of my life, I'm not used to seeing my neighbors getting fucking tackled by ICE agents or, being restrained by agents. That's just not a thing that happens in the communities I grew up in, at least. So seeing this, being out and like seeing it in a place where it's happening live for the first time, like for the first time in my life, like watching it in front of my own eyes is like very awakening, and it makes you look at the situation and it makes you go, something doesn't seem right about that. And then you ask yourself, why is this not right? I don't come out of these situations of not seeing it and go, yeah, you know what? Those people that don't look like my neighbors, they deserve it because they don't look like the neighbors I'm used to. Like, no, that'd be fucking insane. I bet you people in Naperville I'm sure there's Napervillians that think that. Frog in boiling water scenario. Yeah. Like, I don't know how else to put it to you, That's like probably the best way I can like describe it from a privileged person or like a outsider standpoint, I guess. Probably the best way I can put it. And it's not like a normal thing. It's like Jay said earlier in the chat, like this should not become the new normal. Like it is. The more this happens, the more people are going to be like, oh yeah, this is just, the officers doing their thing. They're just cleaning up those illegals. And it's just like the people that say that kind of crap, it really makes me think like, all right, I bet you have, number one, people that are saying that most likely have friends that are in this category of, they're quote unquote illegals and just don't fucking realize it. But when they do realize it's one of their friends, they might step back and go, oh yeah, I actually don't think that. Because my friend is, what I realize is my quote unquote illegal. I didn't grow up seeing ice everywhere either, just living in brown states or whatever to see the effects of it. And then there's that. Exactly. A local Mexican restaurant may say is now closed till further notice. How is that making the country any better? Yeah. Exactly. It's making things worse. It's taking people out of jobs. It's making people afraid to fucking have their job. People can't fucking make money if they don't have a fucking job. So it's only making things worse, and it's making people fearful of their own communities. It's sad, dude. It's sad. I mean, like, I don't know. It's like a really hard thing to describe. Like, I guess I'm afraid I'm a citizen. Yeah. I mean, Wi-Fi, you said you're Mexican. I guess I'm trying to understand, like, your view. I guess I don't understand why, like, let me frame it better for you. I'm going to put you in this situation and see how you feel. Let's say tomorrow you woke up and the house to the left of you or building next to you or whatever the fuck next to you is your hypothetical mom, dad, and then the one next to you is your hypothetical 2 sisters and brother living there, right? And you wake up and you see them all cuffed and you're going, like, what is your reaction to that? Is your reaction like, hell yeah, my family fucking deserves that? Like, is that what you do? Is that how you think about this? I like genuinely, I'm trying to understand that, I don't get it. I'm a white guy who speaks Spanish and I did music retail, so I was well connected into Latino communities. There have been problems with ICE since its inception. Yeah. If they are illegal, I would expect it. Okay, but let's say, okay, here, I'll use your own framework on this. Venezuelan Mexican solidarity in the chat. Yeah. Let's use your own backing on this. So, let's say they're legal within your confines of being legal. If I was illegal, I'd expect to get deported. Okay, but let's say you're legal. You're a legal citizen of the United States. You're a legal citizen. And so is your family. But everyone but you is getting detained. And you're watching Amber in your own eyes. Are you going to look at your family and go, fuck yeah, those suckers. They should take that. They should get fucking injured by ICE and detained and thrown into jail. Like, is that what you would still think of your parents and your family? Is that how you would operate? Yeah, it's literally a fucking piece of paper. Maybe the I'm sorry commercial. Okay. If your family was, by your own metrics, documented, or how did you put it? Legal. If your family was 100% legal, but you watch your own family get fucking detained, injured, and fucking thrown in the car by ICE agents, would you look at your family and go, fuck yeah, family, they deserve that? Is that what you would do? Even though they were, you'd be like, oh yeah, love that. That's awesome. Getting more of them off the streets. Like, is that what you would do if it was your own family? People who come here the right way are on wait lists for green card appointments for years. 10, 20, what are they supposed to do in the meantime? Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing to be said. It is ridiculously fucking hard to get a green card. And then Requintos. Oh, that's cool. That's a classic. If they are detained, then later on, I found they are citizens, I have no problem. You would not have a problem with that? You'd be like, I'm glad I saw my family getting, like, you would, like, be happy about that? You'd be like, oh, okay. You have no problem with that? I think you gotta do a little quick check there for a moment. If I saw my family getting fucking arrested and detained by, mind you, ICE agents, I'd be like, what the fuck? I'd be all up in arms over that. I wouldn't want to see my family get detained or my family get fucking injured or getting taken wrongfully by ICE agents. What the fuck? What the fuck? Wait a minute. So are you okay with, like, seeing abuse? What the fuck? These people are literally getting fucking, like, piled on. These people are, like, getting hurt in the process of being detained. What the fuck? No, I hope you're not okay with that. That's wrong. They know then later released. I don't understand. Then later released. No. The point is they shouldn't be fucking doing this. Oh my god. Sorry. I'm like, I don't know what else to say. It's like they shouldn't be fucking doing that. This should not be a thing. That should not be fucking happening. They're being hurt. Yeah, exactly. God damn it. Do you want to get hurt? Do you want to get detained? Let me put this on you now. Do you want to get slammed to the ground and get fucking thrown in and get detained for being you and for being a legal citizen of the United States of America? Is that what you want to do? Or would you rather enjoy your Sunday off, I don't know, going for a little bike ride and enjoying your job, or maybe working at the gas station like that guy is, or whatever? Why would I? Exactly. That's my point. You just said, why would I? Yeah, why would you enjoy that? I don't know. Nobody enjoys it. Nobody likes that. Yeah, that's exactly right. I thought there was a clip of them literally fucking saying that to somebody. I was trying to look for it earlier.
So, I've been being attacked by the Latinos, and I don't take no offense to it. I get it. It's a troubling time for me right now, but I have a question, right?
We don't want any more migrants in our country. This is the statement
What is
Claudia
this?
Sheinbaum gave right after she closed the border between Mexico.
What the fuck is happening here?
This video shows the moment that Maricela,
And your passion? Well, thank you. I appreciate
a
that.
53-year-old woman who has been in the United States for 30 years, was taken simply as she was walking to the market to get some.
You can tell someone's documented not by looking at them. It's racial profiling. Yeah, exactly. It just, if they're brown, they're like, all right, let's fucking go.
Groceries.
Señora, ¿cómo se llama? Para decirle a su familia.
Maricela's 21-year-old daughter Samantha actually came up to us while searching for her mom to see if we knew where she had been taken to.
Señora, ¿cómo se llama? Para decirle a su familia. Don't touch me. You're not allowed to touch me. Señora, ¿cómo se llama? Dígame su nombre.
We can stop if you want.
Dígame su nombre.
Stop.
Look at guys. Look at this fascist right here.
That's her. That's her backpack right there, and that's her sweater. She always wears that sweater. And she looks so scared. Based off her facial expression, she looks ready to cry. And that saddens me because she just wanted to go to the store.
Your mom's been in the U.S. for how long?
She's been here since 1995.
And that wasn't the first time that we ran into people looking for their family. Earlier in the day, we showed up at a bakery literally 20 minutes after this happened.
Mande. Don Mario. Dígame.
What you're watching is two friends, Mario and Daniel, being taken into custody, literally around the corner from where Samantha's mom was taken. They were just grabbing a cup of coffee before work, something we all do, when suddenly these agents pulled up in these unmarked vehicles. And
This
they
is
grabbed
probably
them.
the best
You can even-
fucking video example that I can
They
show
around
anybody.
the corner from where Samantha's mom was taken. They were just grabbing a cup of coffee before work, something we all do, when suddenly these agents pulled up in these unmarked vehicles.
There you go. There you go. There's probably the clearest example in plain white, plain fucking sight. My family and other documented people know well enough to avoid ICE, just not to be harassed. We all know We don't need to be doing anything other than existing while being... Yeah. I avoid all law enforcement, not just ICE. I mean, I think we all do that to an extent. 1 in 14 households in the United States is a mixed documented state. They're ripping families apart. Yeah. God
You
damn,
grab
dude,
them.
this shit.
You can even see a cameraman with them recording this entire thing. And after it all went down, Daniel's cousin came up to us looking for him.
He didn't do anything wrong. They just took him forcefully. They're scaring everybody around now. So I feel like a target too, even though I'm a U.S. citizen. But
You feel like they would even arrest you?
yeah, at this point I do.
We reached out to ICE about both Maricela and Mario and Daniel's arrests, but we haven't heard anything back. In and around the town of Cicero, where this all went down, has a Latino population of 90%.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. I fucking hate everything. Ay, ay, ay. Jacob's out here doing the work.
You know as well as I do, the President of the United States in the last 24 hours called for you to be imprisoned.
ICE is so much worse than regular, so much so that the police in Chicago wouldn't let Christy know when the building would Pete. Yeah.
I want to give you an opportunity. We've seen your reaction on social media, but I want to hear what you have
Yeah, no, it was.
to say back to the President of the United States.
Well, let's start with the idea that this is...
But it's also racial profiling. Political move by the Trump administration, which is a fascist administration.
a convicted felon, I mean, think about that, who's threatening to jail me. I got to say, this guy's unhinged. He's insecure. He's a wannabe dictator. And there's one thing I really want to say to Donald Trump. If you come for my people, you come through me. So come and get me.
What does that mean exactly, Governor? Do you?
I think that the point that I believe everyone needs to understand, and that is crucially important for us, Mario Martinez went after 9%, and his allies are calling this city and Cook County and the surrounding areas essentially lawless. The situation is out of control. It requires the National Guard to put down and protect not only the federal agents here, but widespread violence across this city.
Oh, man. This stuff is like saddening me to no end right now. Jesus fuck.
That is not what I have seen in this city at all. And in fact, if they are indeed going after the worst of the worst, we, MSNBC, witnessed the exact opposite today. And I want to tell you one specific anecdotal story that we saw here in Cicero. This is the most Hispanic community in all of Illinois.
Yes.
89%, almost 90% of the people who live here are Latino or Hispanic out of the 90,000 people that live here. And we showed up at this bakery literally 20 minutes today after they went after and they arrested two people
that we already
I
saw.
Make sure I give you their names, and let's take a picture. Let's take a picture of them right now so I can show you who they are. Mario Martinez and Daniel Cabrera. The Border Patrol showed up here outside of this bakery. They have been patrolling this neighborhood all day, and they grabbed these guys. We can show that video again, and we've got some surveillance video from inside, that they were doing nothing other than grabbing their cup of coffee before their day of work. And they are two of multiple people who have been taken in this neighborhood today alone, not because they are the worst of the worst. I also met people, here's some surveillance video, as they chased these guys. They left their cups of coffee, as you see there, sitting down on the trash can outside of the store after Border Patrol, and it looks like they've got someone following them, actually filming there, Nicole, chase them inside this bakery. While we were here reporting on the scene, a cousin of one of the two men, Daniel, showed up to ask me, you know as well as...
Yeah, we saw that already.
Might be hard to see through the fence, but those are...
Yeah. Jacob, I got following me. He's doing some good coverage. Ay, ay, ay. Huh. Brother, I've been living in it all week. I know, that's what makes me fucking sad. It's not even that I'm like... I don't know how to describe... Maybe I'm just an empathetic person, but it's like, I don't feel sad because of like my own personal feelings on the matter. I'm like, I feel sad about it because of knowing that people like you feel fucking afraid to go outside. That's the part that's like something as simple as going outside. It's like I don't know. I can't contend with that thought at all. It's just like it's not even about me. This is not about me at all. It's just like knowing that I have friends that feel uncomfortable to go fucking outside. It's fucked. It's really fucked. Man. Yeah. All right. It's a sad note to leave off on, but I think I'm going to leave it off on that note. I don't have enough energy in me to game tonight. I have the Xbox ready to go. Maybe another stream, but fuck, man. Can we go back? See how to report ICE. If you see them. I read this earlier in stream. You can go back if you want to learn how you're from an area that you need to report them or wherever. Even if you're not, it's good to know to tell your family and friends. Do what you can, folks. Like I said earlier, stay in touch with your communities. Do what you can to keep your brown friends safe from ICE. And tell your homies you love them. And be nice, be kind, and stay safe. And that's it. That's it for me. That is it. Love you all. Sorry to leave off on a sad note. I'm like almost in tears right now. Quite a fucking sad thing happening in this world. But yeah, that's where this administration's taking us. So, adios. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.